Welcome to Los Angeles. You've just landed at LAX Airport, and now the real question, how do you get to your hotel without losing your mind or your budget? I've flown in and out of LAX countless times, and it can be a maze if you don't have a plan. Especially now with the World Cup around the corner, it will get busier than ever. So in this video, I'll break down the various options you have to get to different areas of LA and beyond. And look, don't worry about taking notes, I've put everything we're about to cover into a free LAX airport arrival guide, and if you happen to be in town for the World Cup, you can get the World Cup logistics guide, which has additional info about where to stay and match day logistics. Simply scan the QR codes right here on the screen or hit the link in the description to grab the guides now. You may have heard about this new automated people mover at the airport, the train that's supposed to connect everything. It was originally due in 2023, but after multiple delays, it's currently slated for the second half of 2026. You might see trains moving while you're there, but they are just testing. It is not open for passengers yet. If that changes, I'll post a pinned comment below, but for now, here's your actual game plan. First up, rideshare and taxi. You cannot get an Uber, Lyft, or taxi at the terminal curb. You have to go to the LAX-it lot. For taxis, there are a couple more options which I will mention in a moment. When you exit the terminal on the ground level, the baggage claim level, you could walk to the LAX-it lot. The shortest walk is from Terminal 1 since it's located near that terminal. If you land at terminals further away or have a lot of luggage and don't want to walk, you can ride the free LAX-it Shuttle, which can be picked up on the lower arrivals level at the inner curb outside of baggage claim areas. Look for the green LAX-it signs. Once on your way to the LAX-it lot, use your app to schedule your ride. If you're an international visitor, I highly recommend getting an eSIM for your phone before the trip. That's the most convenient way to stay connected while traveling and calling your rideshare without incurring crazy roaming fees. There are several providers to choose from. I've been using Airalo on all of my international trips and can highly recommend them. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code and enter the codes displayed here on the screen to get a discount. As mentioned, besides rideshare, you can also get a taxi there. While the LAX-it lot is the only place at LAX where you can get a rideshare, there are two more locations to get a taxi. One is inside the parking structure 3 between the Tom Bradley International Terminal B and Terminal 3. The third taxi area is at the far end of Terminal 7 outside of baggage claim. Alright, now on to the Flyaway bus, which provides daily non-stop bus service between LAX and Union Station in downtown LA, as well as LAX and Van Nuys. If you're staying in or around those areas, I highly recommend taking the Flyaway bus. It's an easy and affordable option. In addition, if you take the Flyaway bus to Union Station in downtown LA, you have the possibility to take the metro to more areas in Los Angeles. For instance, you could connect to the red Metro B line to get to Hollywood. You board the Flyaway bus on the lower arrivals level in front of the terminal. Look for the blue Flyaway sign. Each bus is marked with its service location, Van Nuys or Union Station. One-way fare for the Flyaway is $12.75. You can either get a ticket using the Flyaway app, buy tickets online on their website, or at the bus. Tickets are valid for 60 days from the date of purchase and are valid for any time of day. Make sure not to activate the ticket until the bus arrives. You cannot reserve a seat on the bus, it's first come, first serve. Travel time to Van Nuys is 40 to 80 minutes and to Union Station 30 to 60 minutes. Of course, these times fluctuate depending on traffic. As mentioned earlier, the People Mover is not operational yet, but in 2025 the LAX Metro Transit Center opened, which makes it a bit easier taking a metro from the airport. Upon exiting the terminal, look for the pink LAX Shuttle sign on the lower arrivals level and board the free Metro Connector Shuttle, which takes you to the LAX Metro Transit Center. At the Transit Center, you can board the green Metro C line and pink K line. This is certainly the most cost-effective option. Metro fare is $1.75 and you get 2 hours of free transfers to other Metro lines. Keep in mind you have to switch Metro trains to get to downtown LA. There are several ways to go. One option is taking the green C line to the Willowbrook Rosa Park station and from there take the blue A line to Union Station. Plan between an hour to hour and a half for this option. The good thing is you avoid LA traffic, which is often very bad, and again, it's very cost effective at $1.75. In the past, you had to get a tap card at the metro station to pay for rides. However, they made this much easier now with some digital options. You can add a tap card instantly to your Apple Wallet. Simply open Apple Wallet and tap the Add button. Select Transit Card, then tap. Add fare, tap as you enter the station, and you're good to go. Another option is to download the Tap app. I highly recommend getting all set up with all this before your arrival if you plan on taking the metro upon arrival or during your visit to LA. Note you can also use it for the bus system. And this is brand new. They are in the process of rolling out an option where you simply tap your contactless bank card for payment. This should be all operational by the time the World Cup comes around, but at the time of this recording it was not available yet. So yeah, if your hotel is located somewhere near a metro line station, taking the metro from LAX is a great option for you. There are several public bus lines serving neighborhoods near LAX. You might want to consider just taking a rideshare for convenience instead of one of these buses, but if rideshare fares are high or you just want to save money, here's a quick overview of some of the bus lines you can board at the LAX Metro Transit Station. You can use Tap for payment on all of these buses. You can take line 6 of the Culver City bus to Culver City and even all the way to Westwood. Fare is $1. You can take line 3 of the Big Blue bus to Santa Monica and the fare is $1.25. And you can also take line 8 of the Torrance Transit to Torrance. And the fare for that one is $1. Now, if you're renting a car, make sure to check with the rental company on where they are located. Recently, the LAX Rental Car Center opened, which will be home to about 13 rental car companies. The Rental Car Center is located at 5251 West 98th Street, and these rental car companies are authorized to pick up and drop off their customers at the airline terminals using courtesy shuttles. For other rental car companies, you need to take a shuttle to the LAX Economy parking garage. Proceed to the pink LAX Shuttle sign outside baggage claim on the lower arrivals level, board the LAX Economy parking shuttle, and then upon arrival at LAX Economy parking, follow signage directing you to the off-airport rental car company's waiting area. Again, I highly recommend you check with your rental car company directly in case there are any changes or the company has a special setup. There are also some scheduled buses providing services from LAX to various parts of Los Angeles and some surrounding regions. I recommend contacting those companies for more information and booking your seat in advance. Look for the orange shared ride signs on the lower arrivals level to board these buses. I'm not going to go through these one by one, but essentially you have services to Antelope Valley, Santa Barbara and Ventura counties, Anaheim and more Orange County locations, and all the way down to San Diego. Shuttle 1 has services to major downtown Los Angeles hotels, so that might be a good option for you as well if you're staying there. I provided website links to all of these companies in the free guide, which you can get on my website, and it's linked down in the description below. Besides these scheduled bus shuttles to different regions, there are also some on-demand van shuttle companies that you can book, providing services from the airport to your hotel. These companies essentially group people together arriving at similar times and going the same direction. Besides shared shuttles, they also offer private van and car transfers. Some of the companies you can check with are Super Shuttle, Primetime Shuttle, and Carmel Shuttle. For these services, it's highly recommended to book at least 24 hours in advance. After booking, the company will inform you on where exactly to meet your driver. Lastly, I want to briefly mention that many major airport area hotels provide courtesy transportation from LAX terminals. Stops for shuttles to hotels are located on the upper departures level, identified by red hotel shuttle signs and red curbside pylons. So check with your LAX area hotel if they offer a shuttle. Next, check out my LA playlist for some travel inspiration. And yeah, enjoy your trip to LA, and if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below.